We have here a not a little battle, not a big battle, not a little battle, but it's got some things that I thought might be things to think about. Kind of explains to some extent. I'll bring the volume up so you can at least hear some things. I don't have a lot of stuff going. But it kind of shows some stuff, I suppose, and gives you an opportunity to give a little bit of rationale for some things that I do that if you're on my team particularly and you're dead, or even if you're not dead, you're looking at the map over here and you're wondering, you know, what am I doing, or why aren't I doing anything? This might give you my perspective of why I'm not technically, or from an outside viewpoint, doing anything. It also shows a few other things, you know, the value of not being seen, the value of considering your shots rather than just taking the first shot and continuing to shoot. Now I say that because you're going to watch this guy here. See Bougainville here? You're going to watch this Bougainville. Come up here with me. I realize it is general practice. Let's group together. But that's not the way the theLaalaa plays. Well, this poor guy, yeah, here in this Bougainville. What is he? Yeah, it's Rob 34, 2018, I guess, whatever. It's not a name I recognize, you know, so he's not been around, so he probably doesn't know. No, he doesn't know. So he sees a boat, and he doesn't know what to do. You know, most people, they start in a map, they don't know what to do. You know, so sometimes you got the brainless like this guy here. Yeah, John Talbar. There he is in his Chang'an. Let's fly up the middle. Okay, here's chimpanzee maneuver number 1. He's being met by another chimp, but he's the bigger chimp. He can't even knock this guy down, I guess, or do much here on this Bougainville. But so anyway, he's dead, of course, because he just flies up to the north. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to go up north because that's what the bots taught me to do. The bots always just went to the middle and then stewed around over here, and we could shoot at them and they wouldn't kill me. Well, this ain't bots. Okay, and these people took him out in a heartbeat. So you know, first thing not to do, don't be a chimpanzee and just go straight north, because that's where the boats are at. Now, I'm sorry about the klaxon here, if you can hear that, apologize. Now here, I've got this shot on this Erie. Look at that, perfect shot on an Erie, but I'm not shooting. Why aren't I shooting? Why am I not doing anything? Why am I just sitting here and hiding like a coward? Why? Because I see the last reported position of this boat was coming down. I don't know where he's coming. If I start shooting, I know where he's coming, and that Erie's going to start tearing me apart, and I'm going to draw this boat back. Right now, I am ascertaining what the enemy's doing. If they all go that way, I might be able to sneak over here and get to point blank range. But look, one's actually coming this way. Well, theLaalaa, you got a shot. What are you doing? Well, if he doesn't see anybody here, he may go, there's nobody here, and may turn around. But take a look. Somebody I didn't even know has just shown up because they took a shot at somebody at long range. TLRA. Now, TLRA can tear me up even at this range with his mighty Orlan. And so now I've got 2 boats. And so I'm really just trying to decide. But man, when you got TLRA in a stationary position, you better take the citadels while you can get them, because he is not going to give himself up that freely. So he's starting to get whacked, and I'm starting to hear some whack, so it's time for me to back off. So I've made myself known, and here's this boat coming on out. You hear me hitting the deal. Now, here's this guy taking his shots. I don't know if he's going to try to back up or what, but this is how most people use an island. Look how far out they are. See that? That is not using an island, people. You may say, I'm hiding like you're hiding. No, you don't know what I'm doing, and you're not doing what I'm doing, okay? So he's way out in the open. Let's turn this down here. So he's way out in the open and can get whacked by multiple boats. And he is. So this boat, TLRA, is turned around, and incoming fire. Here we go. TLRA is starting to take the shots now, but again, I've got some opportunity, so I am trying to take some hits and knock that boat down some. But again, step number one: if you think that that's using an island, if you say I'm doing what you're doing, he is not doing what I'm doing. Look, he's getting shot at by 3 boats. I'm being shot at by no boats. Well, we're both using an island. No, I'm using an island. He thinks he's using an island, all right? It's like a baby. You give a baby a paintbrush and to help paint the fence. Yeah, so they have paint on their brush and they're putting it on the fence, but they're not painting the fence, you know? So that's the difference in somebody else's use of an island and my use of an island, okay? Now, you might say, why didn't you help your teammate? Because teammates that throw their lives away, if I save them in this moment, am I responsible when they go out this way and start getting shot? I got to go out too? I mean, I'm not going to let suicidal teammates dictate how I play. Oh, you got to keep saving them from themselves and their bad decisions. So, I'm going to get back. I'm going to see what happened because they didn't see me for quite a while. So maybe things have changed. I don't know. Taking a look. Well, got now an Erie, a mighty Erie. YB normal. And I have also a Chang'an here. Okay, so they're coming in. We did sink one boat. The Bougainville got one before it got him. So I'm again taking TLR because he is the danger. He is a dangerous boat. This boat I began working on now. Yeah, I got one on TLRA. That's good. Every one I can get. So now I've got this Erie shooting me. Now I'm getting the Erie for, what, 182? Now I'm at 6,800. The Erie hits me and takes me down 800 in one shot. See that? Yeah. So in one shot, he can do in one shot what it'll take me 6 to 7 shots to do. That's why I'm scared of Eries. So he's coming back, so I'm backing away. Now, I'm going to show you something else real quick. Lala, you got plenty of health. Don't worry about it. Well, look at CFT out. See that? See right there. I'm going to keep doing this. Hey, what happened to him? Oh, he detonated. Yeah, he took out that Erie, but that Erie detonated him. All right? That's why I have to guard my health. That's why I don't go, oh, I got this much health, and so this will be just fine. No. CFT had as much health as I did, and then suddenly he's dead. All right? That's why I know that these boats, any one of them, all the boats have detonated me, except other swans. A swan cannot detonate a boat, I don't believe. Just doesn't have the firepower to do it. So you just got a citadel to do anything. Okay, so I got this Chang'an here, and again, I've been going back and forth, trying my best to, to do the damage that I can do, but also to mitigate, have as few people shooting back at me. But I do have 2 of them now, of the 3. This guy, the only reason I'm concerned with him is he's making such an easy target. I mean, he's hardly moving. So I'm just trying to take him out so I can focus down on the 2 that are left. And who are the 2? The 2 are the big ones. The one that I've been working on from the beginning, the very first shots I took were at TLRA. And look, at the end of the game, who's still alive and kicking and killing me? TLRA, all right? There's a reason that I focus on that boat. And the Swan, as usual, can't finish the job. I can bring them down to 2, I can bring them down to 1, but I just can't seem to just do enough to finish the job. So watch how much damage I'm going to take. Just trying to take one boat now. And it's that little boat at 8, almost 9 kilometers now, does a dance and avoids tons of my shells. But I got to take him out. I've got to drop him. He's too close to because even at 2 health, his guns are at 100% strength, and he can still kill me with 2 health. I have got to drop him. So now I've been backing up the whole time. Here's this other guy. He's been coming around with me. Why? Because this is the only part of the ocean to be in. Come on over here. Alright, so now I'm trying to do with Grim. Get Grim. Trying to get his citadel if I can. That sliver of boat. Now I've got no citadel whatsoever. Now I'm getting a little bit more, so I'm just, as long as he's still shooting at this other guy, I'm considering this to be free shots. So again, trying to get that citadel hit, that section right in there. But he's so far away, I've got to lead him more than I am leading him, and I realize that, so I'm trying to move my reticle, but he keeps doing what he ought to do. He's S-curving in and out and in and out. Alright, now he's just passed out of range just as he killed this guy. So he can't see me. Alright, and I can't see him. Whatever he's doing. Now this guy has taken some hits, and he's also killed a boat. This Glomer guy in his Eerie. Now we know that Eries are kryptonite to swans, but the secret is you got to hit the boat. You know, Eries are no good or no danger to swans if the swan or if the Eerie can't hit the swan. And Glomer's not going to shoot very well, and so though he's got big guns, he, you know, if you can't put the shells on target, then not much is going to happen. And from my analyzing of the video, I don't think that he actually ever hit Grim here. But Grim is, I mean, you know, Grim was 1 against 3. Now he's 1 against 2. And you're going to see in just a minute. Yeah, you know where this is going, don't you? I've already given it away by telling you that Glomer will not get. I don't believe he will get a hit. But, you know, Grim in his swan is good enough to knock this guy. I wrote into chat that I'm scared. I am. Grim can finish this game off without much trouble. So I have got to present to him the most trouble I can be. I have got to be unpredictable. I got to be elsewhere. But you see, Grim's a thinker. He ain't a chimp. And he knows he needs to be elsewhere too. He can't be where he thinks I think he's going to be. But he sees his target, and he's got to drop the target. So I try to get a bead on him, but he's already S-turning that boat. Look at him. He's already S-turning the boat. See? Here we go. So all my shells, I get a light hit on him. It's about all that I get. But what does he get? The Eerie doesn't hit him, but bang. He hits the Eerie. There you go. All right. So, remember Grim? Yeah, it was 3 against 1. It's 2. Now it's 1 against 1. Okay, and he is, you know, for the 3 against 1 and 2 against 1 and 1 against 1, he is just still a little stronger than I am in his boat than I am in mine. Okay, yeah. So that's the opponent I'm up against, and I understand that. I got that down. I know that. Yeah. So I open negotiations, as you can see over here in the chat. See if we can talk this out and such. But you know, I'm trying to reposition. He knows that I'm in this area because I shot at him, but I had to take, you know, I had a broadside and I had to give a shot to try to take some more health off of that boat and such. So, but the last he saw, I was heading down. So you know, you could think that maybe I'm heading down this way. So, but no, I'm heading to my standard staging area. I know it's predictable as water, but it's also a pretty beautiful place to be. If they're out here and I can't handle them, I can just kind of jet forward and let this island cover me. If they're back here and I can't handle them, I can just back up. So it's an all right position overall. So predictable, but predictable because it's a good functioning staging area for combat close into the enemy base here, and I really like it. So you know, now we're just looking for each other, trying to ascertain our positions. Last we saw, he was heading up north, but I don't know where he's at now. But the further out I get, he is not showing up in you know, in my deal. You know, and I'm giving some time for him if he's floating around or doing something, giving time for me to figure out his situation. All right, so I'm far enough to where I can see all the way out here. I haven't seen him, so he's got to be somewhere out in this area here. So I'm thinking get in to the cap. Why? Because it draws distant opponents close, and I always prefer close-in encounters. Now, like I said, I think he's in this area here, possibly. And so I'm trying to get down and then get up to get this island between me and where I think he is as quickly as possible. Okay, so now that the island is between me and the area I think he's in, then I get close to the island to make it a bigger piece of protection. All right, that's why and then he shoots, and that gives me some indication that I was correct. He's somewhere out in this area. I say out because I'm capping, so he's not in the cap. He's somewhere outside the cap, and he meant to stay outside so that I would not, I would not know quite where he's at. But he's shooting, so I think he's down in this area here. I don't know. So I'm going to back up, because if he was here and he's over here, that means he's heading in this direction, I think. So let's get more of this island that gets more of this side between him and me. There you go. Now he's kind of figured out, or at least has taken a good guess that I'm behind this island, so he's doing his best. Sometimes I stick my nose out on one side or the other to try to get a peek. So he's trying to shoot at something that hopefully will be a piece of my boat. But I've decided that as long as he wants to let me cap, I'm going to cap in quiet stealth. All right, I'm not going to give my position away with a shot. Okay, and I tell this to the noobs. Notice how he gave his position away by firing blindly. And I say, any of you people that do that, understand that I use that information. That is absolute gold to me, to know where my enemy is at so that I can prepare and such. And his shots came from here, and now they're coming from here, so that's telling me that he is progressing in this direction here. All right, so I know if he's going down this way, I keep moving back up and keeping this island between, because he's not coming up behind me. I know that. Otherwise, the shots would be here and in here and in here. But it's the opposite, there and there and there. So that gives me an understanding of his general positioning. Yeah, so now he's shooting straight across, so that's telling me he's right about in this area here. But he hasn't come in the cap, so he's still outside that area. All right. So we'll just wait here. I'm gonna, you know what? Because he might keep flying, expecting me at any moment to come out and accidentally let me win by capping. So if he lets me accidentally win by capping, then I'm gonna take that happy accident. I certainly will do that. So in my mind, he was last in this area coming down. Is he going to turn in? He's got to turn in. He can't let me cap. He can't keep coming out. He's got to turn in, and he does. Somewhere in this area, he has hit his base. Somewhere in here. I don't know where. But if it's, up here, down there, wherever it may be. If it's here, I've got most of my nose guns. If he's back here, I will see him, through the 2-kilometer spotting mechanic in time to kick up my engines and start around that way as he's coming around this way. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm starting to orient my nose, because if he comes that way, I need to be ready to shoot and such. He could come down this way, could come between the islands. I'm not clairvoyant. I don't know where he is. I just have approximations. I have estimations of where he might be. And so I'm trying to prep myself. Now we see each other. And I get my guns on him, and again, trying to shoot that sweet spot sliver of Citadel and put that boat down before he puts me down. That's what I do. There we go. Just another average theLaalaa game. Okay? That's what I do. I don't just run out. You saw earlier in the match, I don't take the first shot. That's available to me, because that shot may open me up to multiple boats. You saw that Bougainville shooting at one boat and being shot at by 3. Did he sink a boat? Yeah, and then he got sunk. All right, he sank a boat, but he got sunk, and that's unacceptable for me. I can't trade myself for one other boat. If I'd have traded myself earlier in the game for one other boat, You see this boat right here? That boat would be white, and all these boats would be dark, and they would have won the match. So I can't trade one for one. I've got to sink 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to survive to the end of the match. If my teammates survive to the end of the match, that's great. But whether they survive or not, I have got to survive to the end of the match. And whatever boats are left, I have to take out whatever boats I need to take out in order to bring in the win. Because I don't play World of Warships to shoot boats. I play World of Warships to win. And I happen to like the metric of winning, which is shooting boats, warships. Okay? I enjoy this type of game. But I'm not a slave to the procedure. I'm playing a game to win the game. And that's what I needed to do. So, anyway, okay. This was a recorded game, and I was thinking of just putting it up as is. And I said, you can put a little commentary on it, I suppose, and let that happen. But, yeah, these are some strong enemies. YB Normal, GrimDeligate here, Gord was here, and we had some strong opponents. Quite, well, take a look at the beginning. Quite strong opponents. Gord and YB and Grim and set TLRA. First boat I shot, and the next to the last boat I shot. TLRA. Yeah, because that's a killer. CFT doing great, and then deaded. And that's why I don't go, I got enough XP to fight. CFT had enough XP to fight several boats. But that wretched detonation, called trolling. The game trolled him and just, exited him from the game. You can't play anymore. Thanks a lot. So, not a dime to Wargaming as long as detonations stay in. It will physically and materially cost them money. And because I don't think anybody's paying for the game because of detonations, and I don't think anybody would stop paying if they took detonations out. But they're leaving it in, and so I'm not going to pay as long as they're in. So it is I don't know why they bother keeping the troll mechanic in, but yeah, they want to do that, fine. I will continue to enjoy this game for free, because CFT is he was an example. Usually I would be the example. He's the example of those other boats with their big guns just detting a swan like it's no problem. Anyway, okay. Hey, well, hopefully maybe learn something. Yeah, and even if you didn't learn something, maybe you're entertained. And you got questions, you got objections, things about the video, my ways of doing things, my motivations and reasonings and such like that. In the comments, take a look at my videos where I got comments from others. You will also see that I generally have comments. I answer them back. So you want some interaction. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber that'll interact with you. So anyway, hey, thanks for looking in.